champagne pretty soon.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Val from Dragonfly Crystals, and thanks for joining us today. And happy day before Thanksgiving. You're going to be drinking champagne, you said.
I'm going to be drinking some champagne, Dr. Gail.
I wonder where you got that from.
Thank you, Dr. Gail.
Did it surprise you getting that?
A bottle for my husband and a bottle for me. I might need 2 days to drink that.
Yeah. Oh, whenever you were talking one day, and I remember talking to who was I was talking? I was saying, I wanted to send something to Val because of she did my website for me, and I said I wanted to send her something, and I wanted to surprise her with it, and I don't want her to know anything about it. And so I had all these people getting your address for me. And then one day you and I talked about champagne, knowing that's it. That's the gift I'm going to be sending her.
That's my sweet spot. You hit me in just the right place. Yum. That is just a fantastic gift. Absolutely. I adore this Veuve Clicquot French champagne. Is one of my absolute favorites. So thank you for that, Dr. Gail.
You're welcome.
I will always remember. I saved the corks.
How surprised you were when that showed up at your door.
Oh, I was so surprised. Oh my gosh, when it came. Oh, yeah. And as soon as I got it, I knew, before I even looked at anything, that it was you. Who did I talk to? Dr. Gail.
Yes. All right, let me say hello to some people here. Hey, Jen Carr. Hey, Kathleen Garrison. Thanks for being here. I see Val, you're welcoming everybody. Thank you for doing that. And hey, Leah, thanks for being here. Hey, Peace Please. Well, that's a great name. Peace Please 4. Great name. Hey, Teresa. Thanks for being here. Hey, Suzanne. Let's see who else is there. Stacy. Everybody's coming in.
Yeah.
Mary Laura. And again, happy Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people are probably cooking and getting ready for tomorrow. Mary, you're from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what your weather's like there, because today it is almost 80 degrees here in the east in North Carolina. Tomorrow it's supposed to be cooler, but I'm just going. I just finished moving, and nothing I had packed for me to wear immediately were wintry or turtlenecks and things like that. And today I was like, I'm going to die on campus.
Oh my gosh. I mean, here in next to Las Vegas, it's really cold. It's about 60.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
It's be hot there.
Yeah, it's not hot. No, not at this time of the year. And we do have warmer days, but yeah, 60.
Yeah. I'm going to, it's supposed to get colder by tomorrow. I'm going, if it's warm like this tomorrow, I am going to get down to the beach.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So what? Hey, thanks for being here. Hey, Barbara, thanks for being here. Anybody who wants to ask any questions, if you all capitalize it, I would appreciate it. So it would be easier for us to see. We're having a galactic conversation today, but Val and I have been talking about behind the scenes. We usually come up with something. We've been talking about champagne and me moving from a different place to another. So we talked about our galactic conversation. But Val and I have a lot in common. She and I both have Arcturian heritage, and we both are Pisces. So we both have a lot in common. So let's see. Mary, you're saying who's it that lives on the east side of the lake? Is that Teresa? You? Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's Teresa that lives on the east side of Lake Michigan. And Mila Rice, thanks for being here. And so anyway, I can go ahead and talk about my books. I can talk about that. My new book is out. In fact, we need to change that.
The new one's out?
Yeah, the new one's out, and it's on Amazon, How I Met an Alien, and that is on Amazon now. I'll be doing a show with Terry and Diana will be doing a show. I think it's Monday. We're going to be doing a show and talking a little bit about that and showing Diana's artwork, her great artwork. Um, let's see. I'm going to start this question. Okay. So anyway, so that book's on Amazon, and of course, Val helps you with our website.
I need to update. I'm like, I need to update that and put the Amazon link on it.
Yes. And actually, I had Danny called me. I think he texted me first. Danny called me because he and I are in this book on some missions together. And he was going, when did you publish that book? He says, Diana asked me if I like the picture of if I like the picture of him in there or of me. He says, and when did you publish it? And he was like, blah, 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 and going, oh, I forgot to tell you, Danny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just now hearing about it. I'm like, what? I would have bought it. And
the official announcement will be actually on Monday. Okay. Well, I just got my copy, so I was trying to hold off. Like last time, I was trying to do the same thing, hold off to have my copy so I could show it. So I was a little quieter this time about it, so that could happen. But of course, no. Yeah. People found out it before I published it. I mean, before I got my copy. Yeah,
this will be fun.
Yeah. And this one is about my interplanetary liaison job, when I was going to different planets. I can see the stripes with my blinds in front of me.
Yeah, you really have the sun right on you.
But, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to. This is temporary, where I'm going to be.
Yeah. So you were your planetary liaison. So you went, I mean, did you go to a lot of different planets?
I went to a lot of different planets, and my job was to listen to their complaints and take it back to the Galactic Federation. And so I was having to look different and or put on different bodies and speak different languages and being telepathic and listening to or trying to pay attention to their customs. And one of the things I'm not very good at is tasting foreign foods that I'm not very familiar with and hiding my response to it. And I have not mastered that. And on several occasions, I was in that position where I had to try some food. And some of it was good, but anyway, I just have not mastered that stone face when I taste something. I can't do it. I like that. But I mean, that's most cultures' greeting is they want to feed you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, in any culture, even on Earth, you don't want to look like when you're tasting something.
I don't like tasting new things in front of people. Yeah.
Because you want to go.
Out of my mouth, looking like a child.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. So what kind of what types of adventures are there on the planets? I mean, did you have to meet? What do you go? Do you meet the officials of the planet, or are you undercover and don't?
Yeah, I mean, and you're surprised what you meet, because there's one time and I'm traveling with my dog, who is, my pilot, who is actually is a Yeti, turns into him anyway. And I do visit her planet Venus on here, which that was a chapter. But when you get off the spaceship and you're greeted, I mean, there's one time there's this gray glob that looked like an amoeba, and you're going, is that what? You don't know, sure, don't run back on the spaceship, or is that who I'm meeting, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. That would be very kind of scary, not knowing what it is, the form of the entities on the planet. And there might be more than one, but you don't know what you're going to be looking at. Yeah, that would be interesting.
And that's also why they didn't prepare me for some of that.
Yeah, but they don't want you to get all us.
A lot of it was because I was a newbie. I didn't know any better, and I was going, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. There was one planet that I went to, a 1 star. They were like, No, you're the first one that's visited us. Everybody thinks it's too dangerous coming here.
Oh, great.
I didn't know any better. And I'm sure the people in the Galactic Federation are going, oh, yeah, give her that assignment. Somebody needs to go there. She doesn't know any better. Let her go.
Exactly, right. You're like the ambassador going around visiting all the
That's exactly what it is, a diplomatic position. And,
yeah.
Danny has that job now and has had that job for years. He does a much better job at it than I do. Anyway, so he has that job now.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of sense they would. So anyway, we got a lot of questions coming in here. What is new going on with you, Val? What's going on with your and everything?
Oh my gosh, integrating with my Arcturian self. That's what I've been doing, integrating with my Pleiadian self. I've been doing, there's all these things that have just recently happened, and a lot of remembrances, and even blue avian. I have a blue avian aspect that came in and is integrated. So all those components, I mean, I literally became my Arcturian self. I felt it, and I felt my whole body shift. And that, I think, is happening, whether consciously or unconsciously, to people on the planet right now. And it is us becoming our multidimensional selves. In other words, you're opening up to who you really are at a soul level. And that is incorporating all of you and all these different facets. It's all you. So
a few weeks ago on that subject was that's kind of how the reveal is. All of us who are already part of a family, already have people that love us, already people who accept us, and now we're starting to reveal who we are. Exactly. And that makes the disclosure a lot easier because it's people that are disclosing who they are, and they're already accepted and loved in families. So that is part of the disclosure family, that all these hybrids are going to be revealing themselves and coming together and helping the transition for us accepting our galactic families and beings. So, and I thought that was real interesting that's the information I was getting about that's how disclosure is happening now, which makes perfect sense.
It does. It's not going to come from the government like that. Oh yeah, guess what? No, it's going to be on a grassroots level.
That'll happen. We don't have any choice.
Yeah.
When so many of us have revealed ourselves. So yeah. So what else is going on with your channel?
Oh gosh.
I was always doing so many different things.
I am so slow to do shows. I finally did a solo yesterday. And I only do a couple of shows a week. That's Sisters of the Mystical Tarot and Messages for Lightworkers on Thursday. And, I'm going to have to start adding new things in, but the guides are really pressing me to start doing activations.
Yeah. Right.
They're like all hot on the activation trail. They want me to get out there and be the conduit, and they want the activations on YouTube, one-on-one sessions on my website, offering that so yeah. And that's my Arcturian guides are like
pushing. They always are tapping me. Like if I'm going, oh no, they keep on tapping me until I say yes, like somebody's punching me. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, did you watch that show about the alien that was on Netflix about the guy that came down? And it's a recent thing. It's funny, and he's alien that looks.
Yeah, I watched that whole. I watched it. I didn't see if there's a season 2. I didn't see it yet. Where I'm at the part where he has to come back to Earth because the little boy stowed away, and he sets the ship back down, and he thinks he's going to destroy humanity. Well, he's all wrapped up.
I think the next season he falls in love with the blue avian.
Of course.
And it's so funny. It's just going, oh, blue, it's really funny. It's really funny.
I'm going to
But,
have to watch it.
but anyway, to talk about the blue avians, when I was first starting out and I was doing, I did one course about mediumship.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say who it is, but it's somebody who does have a YouTube channel. I would have to get her permission to reveal who she is. But when she looked at me, when we were paired up, they break you out and you go into this breakout rooms with one other person. As soon as she saw me, she knew exactly who I was. And I was just really slowly coming out of who I was.
You were like being bombarded by who you actually are.
Right,
and you're like, what?
And she recognized me immediately. She said, you were in charge. And I said, was I in my human form? She goes, you were in your human form. And we were all being inspected by you, and we were getting ready to go do something. And she says, I had to make sure my wings were tucked in correct, and I was standing up tall, and I looked just right as you were going down. And she says, you were on doing a checklist with another blue avian, and she said it felt military type.
Yeah.
That's what they were getting ready to go on some kind of mission. And I was in my human form, checking off and making sure everybody's right. But it was funny how she says, I had my wings tucked in just right. I had never met her. She saw me and knew who I was immediately.
Isn't that interesting? Well, you do start seeing people at a soul level as you're going through this process. This is happening for everyone. It's been happening for quite a number of years, maybe even the last 15 or so. But you definitely see people at a soul level and get these strong impressions, and you just know either the galactic race they're from, or they were a Knights Templar, or you just know, oh wow, they a lot of priest lifetimes or nun lifetimes, whatever. You just get it immediately. It's one of those things now that I think everyone can access. It isn't hidden. And I think we're going to be seeing more and more of that as we come into our true energy, our true selves, that identification with source energy that we are. Then we're leaving that old identity, the old earth persona behind. More and more of that is going to come into the awareness. So I love that she saw you right away.
She did.
I mean, that's so accurate.
Well, yeah, because I certainly didn't remember her, but I guess it wouldn't be me remembering her as much for that reason, because all she was thinking about was, I got to stand up straight, look right, because I'm getting ready to be inspected. And you know how that impression would have been much more than me inspecting her.
Yeah. Well, for you to be a hybrid on Earth now, you have to have been very highly connected and very advanced in your soul determination and everything else that you have done in your galactic life. So for her to see you in a position of authority makes sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was surprised I was in a human form. That really surprised me. When I asked her, I said, was I in my human form? Because anytime I'm dealing with military or any kind of missions that are military, I'm always in my Arcturian form. And I'm talking about when
she might have just seen you in your human form to her, and she didn't translate you into your Arcturian self, because I actually think you showed up as your Arcturian self, but she was seeing you through the eyes of who she saw you in the breakout room. But I could be wrong, but I just think we see what we expect to see.
Right.
When she's reading you like that. Yeah,
she was, and she is excellent at it. And but I'm not sure how much she talks about her galactic connections as much as she actually does more mediumships. So she's not as out as I am.
It's and nowadays though, especially in our community, we talk about it all the time. But if
Right.
you were going to go sit in front of the general population, they'd probably think, what the heck is wrong with her? She needs to go to the...
Speaking of general population, I have just moved into a neighborhood where everybody knows each other.
Oh,
And
wow.
they have been on my doorstep, I don't know how many times, and I'm sitting going, how am I going to get away with what I'm doing?
Oh my God.
People around me like that. And I'm going, because I've never revealed myself what I do to my neighbors, because I live in the South.
Yeah. Well, in the South, I'm sorry, the South, they like to talk.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. I don't want to use the gossip word, but, they do like to chit chat about each other. But it's...
I just put it out there all the time. Oh, I'm a nurse. I'm a chiropractor.
That's exactly what you have to stick to the 3D kind of, even though that isn't 3D. You never did 3D stuff like that. But I mean, you were a chiropractor and you were a nurse, right. but it was always on a higher level, whether you realized it or not. So, yeah, I mean, you have to stick with that so they can, because they're going to be on your doorstep saying, have a cup of coffee with me, or they're going to bring over a pie or a cake. And
yes, I'm getting that. And just today, like, oh, well, we want to invite you to Thanksgiving. I'm going, I've got Thanksgiving plans. Well, you can come over for a glass of wine afterwards.
See? Uh-oh.
I know. Really
just remember, Steel Magnolia.
Well, I grew up in the South, so I know exactly what I'm dealing with.
You don't have to have me tell you anything. I'm a Northerner. I'm a Western Northerner. I'm on the West Coast.
Y'all keep yourselves.
Yeah, we don't have any of that stuff. But when I went to the South, because my husband's from Alabama. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you. Holy cow, you can't say a word, because everyone in the family will have heard it in 10 different ways, none of which you said.
Here's Peace Police Force says, loose lips sink ships. You're so right.
Yes, exactly. Holy cow, you learn. I go I go to Cancun with my brother-in-law and his wife. The lips are sealed. I smile. I drink my champagne, and we go out to dinner. I'm sitting there smiling. I never talk. Nobody says anything about the fact that I don't talk. But
being an introvert, it's very easy for me not to talk. So I am very comfortable with when I'm in a crowd where I just don't talk.
I don't talk. Yeah. I think we got it, especially being introverted anyway, introverted Pisces.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable to not talk.
Right. Not talk, be the wallflower.
Yeah. Be the wallflower. That's my most comfortable position.
Mine too.
So here we are on YouTube.
Exactly. The both of us on YouTube going, well, mine was being poked at by my guy. Well, I started a blog first. They wanted me to do a blog, and I was terrible at it. Oh, gosh, I was terrible at it. And I go, I am not a writer, which now I've written 2 books.
You are a fantastic writer with humor, and oh my gosh, so wonderful. Yeah, you're very talented because you just tell the story in such a funny way. And yeah, it's hilarious, but you're not trying. It just comes out that way.
Even when I was in nursing, they just say that to me all the time. You're so funny. I'm going, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're not trying, but it's charming and funny. And it's down to earth, even though it's about galactic things. Your book that I read is absolutely How I Learned to Fly a Spaceship is absolutely entertaining and very interesting at the same time.
Well, it's also more human on the mistakes we make as a human. I mean, because they're always saying you're so human, but we don't read any of that kind of things. We're always reading or seeing on the shows and things about they're at equal levels but as a human, we make so many mistakes when we're dealing with the Galactics, and they're just patiently going, she's so human, you know.
It's just so, it's totally fascinating. I have to say that I'm alive to see all this happen in front of my eyes, even if it isn't like by the time I, in 30 years or whenever I cross over, I'm going to see a lot of things that are going to change.
Right.
As far as our galactic understanding, our connection, and all of that, I'm just so fascinated and looking forward to it. And I know that's why I'm here, to to see all this, to be here, participating in it. And so
Accelerating it.
you're on the galactic side of it, which is really fascinating and wonderful. Just all of that happening. And so reading your book series is going to be very enlightening. And yeah, we get to have a little window into it, because I don't know anyone who can tell full stories about their experiences in that full remembrance kind of way. It's not very often.
Well, and from the beginning, I kept going, why me? And
well, of course, that is the standard starting thing, is why me. Yeah. And then you either get into the acceptance of it and you embrace it, like the guy who wrote Communion. Why can't I think of his name? And I watch him, Whitley Strieber. He was in resistance and they finally gave in. And to this day, he still has the contact and communication. So I think those who are more advanced and evolved embrace it and go forward with it. But everybody's mission levels are at different places.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, we've got some questions here, or a lot of questions that I have starred 15.
Okay.
So, let me move up here to see what we have. You ready for some questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see who we have. Let's see. Peace, please, for Dr. Gail. I was told I'm battling Series as one of my
Series A as one.
Series A. Okay. You're battling Series A as one of my missions, please. So you're battling Series A. Okay, let's see. I'm getting a yes on that. And I'm thinking that you're from Series B. And let me see if that, and that would make sense. If you're from Series B, you're probably battling Series A. And that's what I am getting. Peace, please, for. That's a mouthful to say. But I get a yes on that. What do you get? You get
battling. I don't know about battling, but I do know that they had wars and things going on. But I would say that if that is in your awareness, you are definitely connected to that. There is no doubt at all. Because from my perspective and what I know is the things that are familiar to you or that you're going through pop into your mind, or you feel some familiarity to it. It is definitely something that you are connected to. So,
okay, let's see what the next one is. Oh, Teresa, thank you. Please remember to like and subscribe to both channels. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching that, of course, Teresa.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's Stacy. Dr. Gail, can you please tell me which guides are working with me now? Should I do anything more than what I'm doing? Okay. What guides? I'm looking around. I'm hearing my dog's tail. What? What was you talking about? Okay. So let's see, Stacy. Which guides are working with you now? I see a really tall man here. really tall man. Let me make sure that he's a god, though. And I'm not sure if this is not a family member. Is this a family? No, nope, it's a god. Okay, so it's a god. There's a tall man that's a god for you. And when I'm talking about tall, he's like 7 or 8 feet tall. And I'm getting it. It starts with an L. Okay, it's a L-E. I'll write this down. I think it's Lesura, Lesura. Lesura. I think this is Lesura. Yes, that's correct. That's his name. It's Lesura. And that's the guy that is you're working with right now. Oh, and he has a connection with the tall whites. Tall whites. I'm writing this down while I'm saying this, so I remember the next step to ask. Working with the tall whites. And are you doing some kind of healing work? Are you working? Is he good looking, Stacy? He's not bad looking. But are you working in healing, in energy healing, some type of energy healing? Because it looks like to me that's what he's here assisting you with. So are you with some kind of energy healing? If not, this is direction you're needing to go in, because I'm getting this huge yes on this. Stacy, you saw a tall man in a dream. Well, that was him. And he's nice looking. He's not like drop dead gorgeous. Of course, I hate saying that about when they're standing right there looking at you. Hate describing them like that. You're Stacy, you need some major healing right now. Okay, let me see if that's what he's there for. Okay, oh, that you got it, Stacy. That's what he's there for, is helping you heal. Okay. This is for your own healing to work with him. Okay. All right, Val, I know you've got a lot to say about this. Go ahead.
I don't have a lot to say, but I can say, from what I see, you've got a group of beings around you that are archangels, healers, that healer energy. But I also get energy alchemist. So just like Dr. Gail was saying, there's something about energy. You are a conduit for this energy coming through, and it's not just that you are a healer, that you have healer groups coming in to work with you on these gifts that you have that you'll be doing, but you definitely are opening up to this energy if you're not doing it already, and you're going to be learning new things coming through about how to use it, how to facilitate it with others. So that's what they're showing me.
Well, good.
Okay.
There you go, Stacy. Okay, let's go to the next one. If I can move my scroll down. What is this that you're saying? You're back on the brat diet? What is the brat diet? Do you know what that is?
I'd have to Google it. I don't remember. I've looked it up before, but it doesn't stay in my memory.
I don't know what that is. What is the brat diet? What does that stand for? Because everybody's going to probably want to know, besides me. Hopefully I'm not the only one who doesn't know what it is. Oh, you're welcome, Stacy. So please tell us can you tell us what the kind of diet this is, the brat diet? Carbs. Oh, carbs.
About carbs. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've been eating more carbs too lately, and I'm feeling so much better.
You need the carbs for energy, for sure.
Yeah, and I used to, when I was really athletic, that's what our diet is mainly consisted of, was carbs. and it was just very little meat, like 1 or 2 ounces a week, and it was all carbs, and it was easily digestible. So,
Yeah.
okay, Rossi, you're saying the bright diet consists of bananas, rice,
Right.
applesauce, and toast, and is often recommended for managing gastrointestinal issues like diarrhea and vomiting.
Okay.
Thank you, Rossi, and we'll hold that up. It sounds like to me, bright diet is a bland diet, which I have
Yeah.
to go on. Anytime they're changing me up or well, first time I had to go on a bland diet for 5 days before I was taken up in a spaceship. Didn't know why, but I was all excited because the first thing I thought, pizza, which not quite exactly that, but I put it on that list. So, but thank you. So, what do you have to say about that? Anything?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, I think, there has to be a blend of protein, but I use soy as my protein. I'm really plant-based, either the pea, split pea, I use all kinds of different proteins, but they aren't animal. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Who is next? Let's see. So that's, oh, well, I have,
Beans, yeah, beans, lentils,
yeah. My
peas,
scroll,
lentils, all of that. Yeah.
my scroll's gone on strike.
Oh, is it?
It goes on strike several times. I think it's Suzanne's next. Do my guys have a message about my purpose and mission since I have not met them yet? You want to take this one?
I'm going in. Okay, Suzanne, I'm asking your guides and angels. In fact, I'm kind of going into the Akashic records. Well, they keep saying, I'm seeing Arcturian, but they're showing me Pleiadian. So that softer, beautiful, kind of more connected heart energy too that you're bringing in. But you're also about stability. You're bringing stabilization to the planet through through the energies, harmonization. So your energies are a conduit for that stabilizing force on the planet. And the galactics work through you with this harmonization. It's the same thing that's happening with the 3i Atlas coming in, kind of activating us. You're a stabilizing force while all of this is going on. So it's a huge job. It's not just, it's not everything, but that is one of the missions that you came down to do, is to hold that stabilization force. And let's see if they can tell me anything else right now, because sometimes they won't reveal everything. You have to find it out on your own.
But I'm getting that you are connecting with your guides, Suzanne. I'm not sure why you're not remembering it. I think it's what I'm getting is you're not remembering your connection with them. But I think you have to be asleep and put your mind aside before they can come in because of some kind of barriers you have up. That during your waking hours, you have this wall or armor up around you that they have difficulty getting through. But while you're sleeping, they are connecting with you. So that's when they're really talking to you.
And probably, yeah, when you start really having that open communication and dialogue is when more will be revealed, but they don't reveal it all up front.
They reveal one little snippet at a time, which can be frustrating.
It's a little frustrating, but that's how they do it. So thank you, Suzanne.
Okay, all right. Next, this is Teresa. Ladies, any suggestions for protections from recent trickster, unwholesome shapeshifters, interference? I just recently had somebody contact me about this, Teresa. There's no reason for you to really need more protection. The issue is that your light's shining brighter and they're seeing it.
Mhm.
The best defense that you can have is raise your vibration when a trickster comes around. So they just walk on by and they're not interested in you. But all of a sudden, when you go up a level, it's almost like they can see you and they're going to come out and try to stop you. But that's the times that you're bringing out your grateful, thankful list, things like that, that makes them keep on going because they're looking at a little hole or whatever they can sneak in. But it's not that you need extra protection. It's just be aware of it and know how to handle it. All right.
Yeah. And then, so the same thing with like surrounding yourself with light. That's raising your vibration, or taking beautiful, deep breaths of light into your heart through your nose, and then exhaling slowly through your mouth and visualizing that light filling your whole entire body, the room you're in, and then the whole entire earth and the multiverse. That is you raising your frequency. Those are all part of the things you can do. So no matter where you are, you can do those things.
So they're messing with your accuracy of your dream journeys. Yeah, they would do that. But this is just temporary. This is just something flying around.
It's stages. We go through stages of things as we,
as you're raising your vibration, going to the next
have
level.
these nuisance things come up.
You learn how to deal with the next level. Is what basically you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But I mean, if there's something that you're not handling, then you seek out some help.
Yeah.
I think you can handle it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what? Could I have a message from my guides?
They just said, stop fooling around. They're yelling at me. Okay. I don't know. You must have a lot of energy, a lot of gifts and talents and abilities you're not utilizing. For them to say that to you is like, you're here because you wanted to be, and you have your divine job. You've known from the time you were a small child what you were here to do. You felt it, and you pushed it down just a little bit because you were having fun or going on into the 3D drama, but they're asking you to raise your head up and start realizing you're a gift to the world, and to be in that complete divine masculine, not the masculine of the lower 3D idea, but that divine masculine that balances the feminine. That's you following your clarity, happiness, and success. And you're going to be taking those steps as you do to acknowledge who you are and what you're here to do. And I feel like you bring a lot of happiness to people through your energy, through your humor, through your brilliance, and to appreciate yourself for that and let your light shine. This is what you're here for.
Well, let me ask you a question about that, because I feel like he's struggling with his light shining because of family drama.
Yeah, he's getting into, it's the 3D of it, and they're all yelling. I mean, it was so loud. Normally they're not loud, but
well,
loud to me.
What would you suggest to be when somebody's dealing with family drama of allowing to be who you are? Because
yeah,
I feel like he's being pulled back by family naysaying. I'm not sure if that's true. What, son of what? If you let me know if we're kind of on the nose here, but I do feel like it's family that's holding him back, holding back his confidence. That's what I would say.
Well, that would be him absolutely standing in his own power and setting boundaries for himself so that he is in his own beautiful light. So that is a journey we all had to go through, to whether it's friends, community, society. We had to create our own space to be who we are, and so we could be our authentic selves. And so you're in that stage where you've got to stand up and go, hey, it's time.
Yeah, I feel like
the stage is set.
Well, yeah, well, the family drama and everything, because I feel like my family's not as close and on top of me as I feel like his family is.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I feel like they're just all over him, and he's dealing with family drama all the time, and having to deal with that, trying to let himself shine. It just really works on his confidence, because as soon as he says something who he is, everybody's saying no, no, no.
That's why he has to step away a bit. I'm not telling you you have to like ice your family out of your life, but you do have to step away. If you're living with your family, find another place if you can, because you need to step into your own energy. It is the rite of passage. And at 35 or 40 on, your opportunity to stand in your own power and be your authentic self is happening. So take the ball and run with it.
A lot. Yeah, a lot going thrown at you there.
Okay. You ask, you get.
Okay. We did this. Okay, Kathleen. Am I traveling to other places and doing jobs in daytime naps? And I'm going to say definitely. I was having was I having maybe a romantic or just an intense like with the person I was working with? Oh, Kathleen. So I can't tell you how many of us have faced this, well, I would say, a romantic encounter with who you're working with in the different dimensions. But make sure this is all true, Kathleen. Everything you're saying, you don't have to question it. It all did happen. But yes, and the romance is a definite also. So what do you have to say about that, Val?
I think it's true. And, these encounters aren't meant to be, it's fluid. It's just something you're experiencing because you have that soul connection with them. You have that. And you're not going to be handcuffed by that feeling. It's just at the time, appreciate it while you're there and go on.
Well, actually real romance encounters, and they feel it, and it feels real.
Yeah, it does.
And so Kathy say, well, that was unexpected. There's a lot of us. In fact, I think it's my third or fourth book that I'm going to be writing a lot about that, Kathleen, about those encounters or relationships in the other dimensions, and how that is affecting a lot of people that having these questioning it like you're questioning it, but it is happening, and it's happening to a lot of people.
Just remember, in this now, eternal now moment, you are living here in this space. And so it's fine that you're having the experiences and you're going and experiencing the romantic connection, but realize, don't let that be your full awareness while you're in your waking space in this now moment, because your focus on creating your next conscious surroundings relies on you being present. And if you're going back to what you happened last night in the experience, you're not here. And so there is something to be said for being in the moment wherever you're at, and don't get tied down to that. I know what that feeling feels like. I know what you're saying. It's like an unbelievable connection that it fully resonates inside of your body and stays with you even when you're waking. Try and stay in the present moment when you're awake, or you're just distracting yourself from whatever you're doing.
Well, see, I'm feeling like these relationships are relationships you've had or having in your different form, in your different body, in a different time that you're seeing. So I think it's a real relationship. Mm-hmm. You're getting snippets of that you've had when you were living on a different planet, a different being, or whatever. But anyway, I'm planning to start really investigating a lot of that more, about those kind of experiences, because more and more of people are willing to reveal or ask those questions. And I think it's time for us to start diving into what actually is going on with that.
I think that would be good too, because I've heard a lot about that kind of thing happening.
Right.
And in many ways, they almost don't live their life here. Some of them are all off in their imagination because they're dreaming back to.
I haven't faced the people that I've talked to have not been like that. They weren't facing their reality here. They were like Kathleen, questioning, did this really happen?
Oh, I've talked. There's a few who actually are
Have interracial
so immersed in it that it becomes their every waking moment kind of thinking. And that's probably not healthy, is what I'm saying.
That might be more of a twin flame that you're talking about. Do you think?
No, it's just an experience where you have a romantic encounter when you're on in these missions or whatever you're doing. And, I certainly don't know everything about it, but yeah.
Peace is saying, she's saying she thinks it's a negative entity attached to them since I asked, and they said, yes. For me, I don't feel like it's a negative entity. As I said, I've heard and talked to more and more people about this, and some of it can be negativity, but I think, and it might be that it's all the above. It might be twin flames. It might be in other dimensions. It might be a different lifetime. It might be something that you're encountering now. But I think there needs to be some research in that area, because we all kind of talk about it and then run away from it because it's not the most comfortable conversations to have. Mm-hmm. But I think it's time to have those conversations and to see what really is happening, along with their hybrid children that people are having. Sometimes, is that a relationship? Is that a marriage? Is that in a different lifetime? Is that this lifetime? Is that another dimension? All those questions are about those things also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. And it is something that we need to talk about and look into and understand. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it going, peace, please, saying attached to my neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
What that was, I should talk about serious attachments. Linda Lake, you have questions about that? Linda Kelser's having questions about that subject too. Yeah, this is something that I'm really interested in. Also, in fact, Teresa, she's had an encounter like that also, and so we have talked about it. Mm-hmm. And the people I have talked to, as I was saying, is not their whole world's not wrapped around that encounter, but they just have questions of what it was.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I have curiosity about that kind of thing too, because I've read so much about those encounters, and how real they are. So, I mean, they must be real.
Yes, I do think they're real, especially the ones that are not so psychologically, emotionally wrapped up in it.
Yeah.
That are questioning, what's this going on here? I think, that those need to be investigated.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Who is the next one? I got the sun really shining in my eyes now.
Oh, yeah, you do. But you look good. It just looks like a Hollywood spotlight. I mean,
with these lines.
With the line, it's just very avant-garde.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Linda, can I receive a message from my guys? Wow, it's getting more difficult to read. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Val.
Okay, so Linda, your guides are showing me that you are connected with really, they're showing me a lot of beings connected with your heart frequency, connected with the frequency of love on the planet, that divine feminine balancing. So it's that energetic balancing of we all have masculine and feminine within us. So that that is one of the main things that the pendulum is swinging back on a matriarchal society. But really, suffice to say, it's the balancing of the masculine and feminine within us. And we do need the masculine and we do need the feminine to be balanced. So it is a big job. And a lot of the galactic beings are coming in, really working to bring that awareness into our consciousness. And you're one of those people that through your nurturing, your empathy, your ability to bring compassion to situations, that is one of your gifts that you bring. And you have a lot of galactic guides assisting you. And also you have archangels around you working with you through that, and some ascended masters. It is really a beautiful source energy. This is what is coming out of your heart, going out to everyone. So I hope that helps. It's a simple way to say it, but there's other things you do, but that is what the message today is about, what it is they want to acknowledge that you do. So your beautiful heart energy. So staying in your heart is a very beautiful place for you, and moving from that place and for the world.
Well, Linda, what I'm getting for you is jump in, step forward. So I'm not sure what you're holding back on, but a feeling like they're telling you, asking you to step forward into who you are. And I think a lot of that being here in the chat, I think that's a lot of stepping forward, but they're asking you to take one more step a little further. I'm not sure if you're working on something or thinking about working on something, but that's the message I'm getting big time, Linda, is jump in, step forward.
And you know, I have to say, I got unconditional love, which really is saying that's loving yourself, so that as you move out into the world, you're not an empty vessel. You are full of your own appreciation and love. And that might be what is holding you back, is to realize your own worth, your value, and your unique gifts that you bring to the world. And then you step out, and that beautiful love that radiates from your heart is a powerful thing.
I can't see anything. All right. I'm going to.
That's hard.
All right, everybody. I can't hardly see the chat anymore with the sun in my eyes. I think I have to rearrange my room. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. Val, thanks for being here. All your messages are great. And when is your next show?
I am actually doing messages for Lightworkers tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 7. Is it 7? No, 6 Eastern time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you, and have a happy Thanksgiving. And we will see y'all later. Thanks, moderator.
Bye, everyone.
Safe place. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.